And we are underway in Buffalo. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to go to the air right away. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On play action, Allen. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And Knox is going to have a Bills first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. In motion left, Flowers. They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. On the counter, it's Edwards, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12. A big 1st down to get away from the end zone. Allen now looks to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Allen to throw once more. Into space at the 45 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff?
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Now Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have the Bills' first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half and several. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And Cook has it left side. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And good starting field. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
This now a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Finds his man. It's Kohler. Yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. Again, Jackson. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake. Allen going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A third quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll look down the field here for Kincaid. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good. Closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware that this might happen, this might occur. Unfortunately, somehow they tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an intercept. In the end zone probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Racing to the end zone, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a good return. He'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Allen again. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This one from 35 yards away. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The catch is made. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Arthur Mallett. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Call that an 84-yard kick return. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run off tackle right with Hill. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And my goodness, another interception. And just shutting him off there. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened.
And this is taken in at the 5. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good.